Vitamin D affects many bodily functions, including bone health. Research also suggests low vitamin D levels may be a risk factor for autoimmune diseases. Trust me, this video is very amazing for you. You will learn a lot of new things. Now let's start the video. Many people don't get enough vitamin D. It's hard to know how many people are deficient because experts have not reached an agreement about what target levels should be. Research suggests that about 35% of adults in the United States are vitamin D deficient. Other areas of the world may have higher rates of deficiency. It's estimated that 80% of adults in Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh have vitamin D deficiency. 1. Fatty fish. Salmon is a popular fatty fish and a great source of vitamin D. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, Food Composition Database, 1 3.5-ounce, 100-gram, serving of farmed Atlantic salmon contains 526 IU of vitamin D, or 66% of the DV. Whether the salmon is wild or farmed can greatly affect the vitamin D content. On average, wild-caught salmon has more vitamin D. The amount of vitamin D will vary depending on where the salmon is caught and the time of year. One study showed that the vitamin D content of salmon caught in the Baltic Sea ranged from 556 to 924 IU of vitamin D per 1 3.5-ounce, 100-gram, serving, providing 70 to 111% of the DV. Other types of fatty fish are also good vitamin D sources. Halibut and mackerel provide 190 IU and 643 IU per 3.5-ounce, 100-gram, serving, respectively. 2. Herring and sardines. Herring is a fish eaten around the world. It is often smoked or pickled. This small fish is also a great source of vitamin D. Fresh Atlantic herring provides 214 IU per 3.5-ounce, 100-gram, serving, which is 27% of the DV. If fresh fish isn't your thing, pickled herring is also a good source of vitamin D, providing 113 IU per 3.5-ounce, 100-gram, serving, or 14% of the DV. Pickled herring also contains a high amount of sodium, at 870 mg per serving. It may not be a great option if you are trying to lower your salt intake. Canned sardines are a good source of vitamin D as well. A 3.5-ounce, 100-gram, serving provides 193 IU or 24% of the DV. 3. Cod liver oil. Cod liver oil is a popular supplement. If you don't like fish, taking cod liver oil is another way to get nutrients that are hard to get otherwise. It's an excellent source of vitamin D. At about 450 IU per teaspoon, 4.9 milliliters, it clocks in at a massive 56% of the DV. It has been used for many years to treat vitamin D deficiency. It also has a history of being used as part of treating rickets, psoriasis, and tuberculosis. Cod liver oil is also very high in vitamin A, with 150% of the DV in just a single teaspoon, 4.9 milliliters. Vitamin A can be toxic in high amounts. The safe upper limit, UL, for vitamin A is 3,000 micrograms. A single teaspoon, 4.9 milliliters, of cod liver oil contains 1,350 micrograms of vitamin A. Make sure that you aren't exceeding the upper limit with cod liver oil or any other vitamin A supplements. In addition, cod liver oil is high in omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s may play a role in heart health and may reduce inflammation in the body. 4. Canned tuna. Many people enjoy canned tuna because of its flavor and easy storage methods. It is typically cheaper than buying fresh fish. Canned light tuna packs up to 269 IU of vitamin D in a 3.5-ounce, 100-gram, serving, which is 34% of the DV. Mercury is a heavy metal found in many types of fish. Bigger types of fish contain more mercury than smaller ones. The amount of mercury in canned tuna depends on the type of tuna. Light canned tuna comes from smaller fish and is lower in mercury. White canned tuna is higher in mercury. Over time, methylmercury can build up in your body. In some cases, it can lead to serious health concerns. The Environmental Defense Fund, EDF, recommends only a single 3.5-ounce, 100-gram, serving of light tuna per week. If you're concerned about mercury consumption, talk with a doctor about the appropriate amount of tuna to eat weekly. 5. Egg yolks. Fish are not the only source of vitamin D. Whole eggs are another good source, as well as a wonderfully nutritious food. Most of the protein in an egg is found in the white, and the fat, vitamins, and minerals are found mostly in the yolk. The yolk from one large egg contains 37 IU of vitamin D, or 5% of the DV. A few factors affect the vitamin D level of egg yolks. Sun exposure for the chicken, the vitamin D content of the chicken feed, and exposing liquid yolk to UV light will increase vitamin D in the egg. When given the same feed, pasture-raised chickens that roam outside in the sunlight produce eggs with levels 3 to 4 times higher. Additionally, eggs from chickens given vitamin D-enriched feed may have up to 34,815 IU of vitamin D per 100 grams of yolk. So if one yolk is about 17 grams, you'll get around 2.5 times the DV of vitamin D in a single egg. Choosing eggs from chickens raised outside or marketed as high in vitamin D can be a great way to meet your daily requirements. Although our bodies can make vitamin D from UV light from the sun, that's not necessarily the best way to meet your needs. The Centers for Disease Control, CDC, recommends several steps to limit UV exposure to reduce the risk of skin cancer. These include spending more time in the shade, wearing sunscreen, and covering up when you are in the sun. Because of this, food sources of vitamin D or vitamin D supplements are typically the best way to consistently and safely meet your vitamin D needs. Getting enough vitamin D from your diet alone may be difficult, but not impossible. Eating plenty of these foods rich in vitamin D is a great way to ensure you get enough of this vital nutrient.